Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com, and this video marks the 1 year of video marketing here on YouTube. It is literally 365 days since I published my first video on this channel. We're going to look at the analytics inside of YouTube. We're going to look at the analytics inside of my website. And really, the goal with this video and the goal with this channel and my entire process that I've been documenting here for you is to encourage you to make the shift to go from being a consumer only of content to a producer of content, and to begin the process of habituating putting out content that is of value and of service to your audience, because magical things happen when we take massive action in the direction of being of service to a group of people. And the numbers we're going to look at prove that incredibly clearly. And I'm really excited to share this with you. I'm really thankful that I get this moment with you and that you've been here with me, whether this is your first video of mine or whether you've watched every video of mine. Thank you. I literally am doing this for you, and I'm excited to continue this. So if you have any questions about was this just a 1-year experiment and done, absolutely not. I'm having a ton of fun sharing what I know. I'm really enjoying the process. I'm learning how to be a better teacher. I'm trying to figure out exactly what things you need to create a successful business online, and I want to publish those videos, and I literally want to give more value in the coming year. So we're setting ourselves up for more fun in the future, but let's look at what happened here. So let me go ahead and shift over to my YouTube channel. You can see we're here. I'm going to refresh this just so you can see it's a clear, clean load. And you can see at this point in the first year, I generated 26,747 subscribers with 926,000 views, probably be crossing the million views mark within a week and a half at this point, which is absolutely astounding. And then within about a month, I'll be over 30,000 subscribers. So it's literally astounding to me what has happened. So I want to go in and look how many videos did I end up publishing. The total number here is 244 videos. I started out with 120 videos in 120 days. I took about a month, maybe 2 months off, and I only published 1 or 2 videos for the next 2 months. And then I got back on the horse. I fiddled with my schedule a bit, but really most recently for the last several months, I've been doing 3 videos per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I've just habituated that process of getting the content out, which is really, really powerful all in all. So let's go into the analytics and get into some of the fun squigglies here so we can see what actually transpired. And you can see in the last 20 days, I've had over 1 million minutes watched, which is a cumulative of like 2 years and 19 days, which is astounding. You can see my average view duration is down a little bit, 4%. My number of views is up about 7% month over month for 164.83. And then when we go down here a little lower, you're going to see my likes are up again. My subscribers are down a little bit, down 4%, but that's okay. My dislikes are down as well. So I'm obviously hitting some solid video topics for everyone. And this to me is what's pretty special about it, is the actual number of minutes people are viewing the past videos. Remember, I'm putting out, in this time frame that we're looking at here, I put out maybe 12 videos, right? But like all of my old videos are getting views. So there's a compounding effect to my content. And let's take a quick look at what the last 90 days were. That would be here. We're going to load the last 90 days, and you can see it's got a slight trend line up, right? Nothing major here, but it's definitely operating well within, you can tell, 3 million. It's operating well within the million a week range. This is 3 months, 1 million a month. So, and that's actually up 26% from the quarter before it. The views has actually even a better trend line. That's up almost 40% from the one before, and literally almost 9% more subscribers in the fourth quarter from the third quarter. But where it gets really interesting, and this is what we always kind of got to do these types of comparisons, I need to do a custom date range here because my channel was based on my email address, which was set up a long time ago. So I'm going to go from 8/22/16 11. And we'll do 21, 16. So this is the fourth quarter versus the first quarter, right? And like this is the biggest challenge in becoming a producer of content and really getting and dialing in the content marketing game is pushing on the kind of game long enough when you're in the face of zero results to get to the point where you're getting results. Now this line looks like it's a flat line, but you can see even the very first day here, 22, 15, 5, it's the orange line. So I was getting views, but literally at the end of 90 days, and I was putting out a video every day for 90 days, right? Like you can even see this is actually day 91 here. I was putting out a video every single day. I was still barely getting hundreds, maybe 1,000 views. Now at this point, I'm seeing at a low point 35,000 minutes viewed in a day. You can see the view numbers here. Low points are like 5,000 views a day versus hundreds. High points are 7,000 views a day versus 50. It's astounding. And what happens is when you're in this kind of getting started process and you're doing your first 60 videos, your first 60 days, your first 90 days, your first 120 days, whatever it is, your internal mental speak is going to sound like, this isn't working. Really, are you going to do this? Man, I don't know if it'll work for me. And doubt and fear definitely creep in. But the reason, probably the biggest reason I was able to push forward and knew without a shadow of a doubt, you can watch those old videos, knew that this would continue to grow is because I've done this before, right? My wife and I have built a successful business online using content marketing. We did blogging instead of videos to get that first website off because my wife is more of a writer. I'm much more of a talker and a video kind of guy. So I've gone with a medium that's more in alignment with me at like a soul level, right? At a DNA level. And she went with one that's at a level, like a soul level, a DNA level for her. And we've seen the exact same kind of results from this, right? You have to just push on it long enough. And what's gonna be really interesting is where this gets to in 2 years, right? Literally a year from now. I'm not even really interested in the next 30 days or the 30 days after that. I'm literally interested in what happens at continuing to publish 3 videos a day for the next 365 videos, which would be another 120 plus videos to my channel. The results from that could potentially put this blue line here looking like this orange line down here. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. And that's what motivates me. And this is why I want to show you this chart, because I think there's a really good chance you're somewhere down here in day 30, day 60, even if you're on day 150 and you're feeling like, man, it's still like, is it working? It is. You're becoming a better presenter. I found my voice, which is so powerful. I know so much about the needs and desires of my audience. I know who my audience is, the age ranges. YouTube gives all of this information, and I spend a lot of time in the comments, so that gives me that kind of interaction that really helps me understand what's going on. That's how I plan my next videos. I try to be as helpful as possible, and this stuff works. Like, if this doesn't prove the point clearly, I don't know what does. But let's jump over to the blog, right? So this is the milesbeckler.com blog. I've got the last 30 days over the 30 days before that, right? So this past month versus the month before. And you can see I'm down 1.22% in traffic, but here's the kicker. I have published 0 blog posts in the last 30 days. And I said last time, I really need to publish a blog post, and I only published 1 blog post in those 30 days. So this is the power, the compounding power of traffic when you focus on content marketing, specifically in what I would say like blogging for Google traffic and YouTube videos for video traffic. You really put yourself in a position to get residual traffic from the efforts you put out. The reason my traffic's only down 1% with my efforts going to 0, right? I'm 100% lower on my efforts, and I'm only 1% lower on my traffic, is because a lot of those posts I put up over the last year actually hit the top of Google. I'm ranking for keyword phrases, and those rankings are staying there until someone either takes me out or, I mean, that's it, really. Like, if someone would have to come by and create a better post with more engaging content from a higher authority website than I have. And honestly, that's probably not going to happen for for a while because I really pushed hard. Now, I did not publish all of these or write all of these blog posts myself. I've had help from several different writers. I haven't found my perfect writer I'm working with. I'm going to give that another shot because obviously when I'm left to my own devices, I don't publish to my blog. I've proved that to myself over the last 3 months. So I'm going to hire someone to come in and actually write my blog posts for me based on the topics I cover in my video. And that way I can get these results because I want these results, right? Like I do want the results from this kind of marketing, from the blog, from Google, right? Because Google's going to give me more traffic to my blog. And I want those results, but I'm not putting in the time. So I just got to farm it out and get someone to do it. So let's do a quick comparison here. I'm going to jump this back. So I want to do the compare to, and I'm going to do August. Let me go back. Just 1 second here. I'm going to do August 22nd through September, I think it'll be the 21st. Let's do that. It might be the 20th. We'll just click that. It might be 1 day off over here. Okay, so it's 1 day off. Not a big deal, but so 1 day off in the favor of the older one. And you can see from when I started till this last month, and I was not publishing here, right, on the orange line, and I was not publishing here on the blue line. Literally 5,000% increase in my traffic in 1 year. From the point of going from 226 in a month, which is less than 10 per day, to over 11,000 in a month, which is nearly 12,000 a day. I mean, that breaks down to what, like 400 to 500, 300 to 500 visits per day, which is absolutely astounding to me. And if you want to look at the whole graph, we'll do one more quick graph here. We'll do August 22nd, 2016. Let's look at it from a year. And I want to look at the whole year in one big line. So this is what happened. And you can probably tell where I really went in aggressively in my blog. It was actually here in December. So right here is where I really kind of early to mid-December. So in this line, right, this is August. So from August until about November, December, all I was focusing on was the video. I didn't have the mental bandwidth to either consider getting that video content to my blog. That challenge of 120 videos in 120 days was so intense for me, right? Someone who didn't think I was a content creator. I had never published videos before, and like that was so intense. I had to focus 100% of my available energy on just getting those blog posts done, or I mean those videos done, excuse me. Like it was literally like a video a day. I have to do a video a day. It's a lot of work. I mean, I don't want to gloss over this like somehow I magically made it. Some days I had to record the video 4 and 5 separate times. My phone battery died. I had to wait for the phone to charge. I didn't put it on airplane mode and I got a phone call in the middle of it. I just flat out messed up in the middle of it and I don't edit my videos, so I had to start over. My lights died. A big truck comes up to the house and somebody knocks on the door. The FedEx guy shows up. Like literally, I ran the gamut of challenges and you don't see those. You only see the published result, which may look easy, but know that every single video can and often is a challenge in some unique way, and it takes potentially hours and hours. Sometimes it takes all day to get a video out, and when I'm done, I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm wiped out from my day of work and all I did was make a video. But the process of habituating that and doing it over and over and over and over creates massive results. So it was about here that I started publishing to my blog. And when I say publishing to my blog, I hired a writer. I worked with one guy for about a month and a half, 2 months. That didn't work out long term. I shifted and worked with another writer for a month and a half, 2 months, and I didn't love the content I was getting back there. So I've just kind of like stopped and done a few myself. So here was the big push on content. And you could see that from that big push on content, it took several months for Google to index those blog posts, to check out what I was doing, to see my web of links that I was creating from Quora and YouTube and my blog to each other on the blog posts that I'm commenting on, etc., etc. And that then has resulted in these rankings. And you can see I've been in a very firm channel of rankings and traffic since May, right? So that's over 3 months. The last quarter of all this, when I put in the least amount of effort, is when I've got the most amount of traffic. And this is because it's all residual based, right? And for me, honestly, to look at my blog and know that I've had 35,000 users on it in the last year with a total of like nearly 75 sessions, like that's insane to me. Like I didn't think I could do that because I don't enjoy the process of writing, but I've built a system around what I'm actually good at, right? Which is the videos and teaching through videos. I built little systems that got it this far. So in the next year, I'm really going to double down on the blog, and I'm really going to get a lot of these videos that I drop, that some of my, what I feel are my best videos that have the most important lessons. They're not like, they don't have buzzwords in them, and they don't get as many views as some of my tactical Facebook videos, which sure, that content's helpful, but to me, mindset is 100% of the game, because most people, when you go approach a problem with the wrong mindset, you're not going to actually effectively overcome that challenge. And that's what I think keeps people from actually succeeding in their business. I don't think it's what type of campaign do I run in Facebook, or how do I do conversion optimization on my Thrive Themes opt-in page, right? I don't think those are actually the challenges that keep people from having successful businesses. I think it's the mindset stuff. And unfortunately, those videos don't get as many views as some of the tactical things, but that's okay. I'm going to now go back through. I'm going to repurpose those all into great blog posts, and I'm going to put them on my site. I'm going to get them on Medium. I'm going to get them on multiple different websites. I'm even going to shoot for Huffington Post this year and really try to get my content out to that next level to really broaden my reach, because the content's there. I recorded the video. The work is done in many senses, and I should be able to hire someone and facilitate a system or a process and get someone else to get me those next level results to make sure I'm maximizing the results on what I have created, right? I want to maximize the reach. I want to syndicate that content in as many places as I possibly can. And that's ultimately the goal. A few other numbers right now. I'm sitting at about 1,700 subscribers on my email list. That is growing very well. I'm engaging in affiliate marketing. I'm making good money with affiliate marketing at this point. It is a completely sustainable income. My wife and I could live off of the income from this channel alone at this point from the affiliate marketing that I've been doing. And one really important thing to remember when I say that, right? It took me a year to get to lifestyle income. I've done this before. It's way more challenging to do this your first time than it is to do this your second time, right? Me knowing for a fact, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this was going to work helped me kind of keep that negative self-talk that creeps in. It was able to help me keep that at bay very, very, very easily, because I knew I'd seen it time and time again. I'd worked with my wife. I've worked with clients. I've worked with dozens, if not hundreds of clients, coaching clients, people in my masterminds. I've coached people on this, and I've watched these exact kind of results happen. The question is it going to click for you after 6 months of publishing every day, after 1 year of publishing every day? Is it going to take you 3 years? I don't know the answer to that. That question is probably the better question to ask, but I do know that if you stick with it long enough, you get survivor bias on your side, and you ultimately eventually will create a successful platform, an audience of people who know, like, and trust you, and then you're able to offer them things to purchase, whether it's your products, your membership, or others, and that is where the revenue comes. Too many people are trying to get that money up front. Too many people are going for the pitch right away, and they're forgetting that you got to give value for months, sometimes years in advance, to position yourself as the expert, as a trusted advisor who's worthy of their attention. Once you've done that, then you can offer them things that are going to help them solve their problems. That's how you build a business successfully online. It took my wife and I about 3 years to really dial this in the first time, because we didn't commit at the aggressive level I committed to this time. And seeing how that worked, and every time we published very consistently, we saw a big uptick in that business. Every time we kind of laid off of it, we saw that business level out. So I knew to approach this channel aggressively. 120 days, 120 videos, and then I stuck with it, right? And I'm at 200 and some odd videos in the first year, and I'm going to stick with this to see where it goes beyond this, because I am here on earth to be of service to you. I want to help you get these things. I don't feel like there's anybody else on YouTube sharing this level of detailed how-to information for free. I am happy to be that guy. I am happy to get this out to you. If you like the videos, you're giving them thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you love the videos, you're taking them, you're sharing them in your Facebook groups, in your Reddit groups, you're sharing them on your blog, you're embedding them places, you're writing blog posts about them, and I appreciate that as well. And honestly, if you're just watching them and you're getting value and you're going and turning it off and implementing and you're getting results, I appreciate that as well. So I appreciate you no matter how we've connected and where this goes. I'm going to keep going forward, and I hope that this is inspiring to you, and I hope it's educational to you. I hope it helps you get that mindset straight so you can approach this as, okay, cool. I know that I need to find my marathon runner's pace, and I need to be willing to stick with it for 1 to 3 years, maybe even 5. And you know what? At some point on that path of really publishing all the time, A, you're going to get better at it. It's going to get easier. B, you're going to find your voice. You're going to find your true passion, your true calling. You're going to find that kind of little nook, that little niche in the world. I didn't know where I fit in the world of internet marketing on YouTube when I started. I knew I had to start, and I knew if I kept with it, that would all appear. And it has become crystal clear to me at this point, and I'm more excited now than ever before, and I'm just having so much fun sharing this. And you'll get to that point where it's fun, it's exciting, you wake up like, oh, today's video day, I get to do another video for you today. And when you get to that point where you're excited to be of service, you stop thinking so much about what am I getting from this, and you really keep it focused on what am I able to give with this. That's where all the magic happens, and you need to stay in that zone. You got to be willing to stay in that zone for a while, and once you are, magic can happen, and it will happen for you. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope this 1-year journey, whether this is your first video or not, I hope this 1-year journey has been insightful and inspirational. I look forward to following your success as we both continue to take steps forward in the next year. Today is the eclipse day, so how fitting that there's a full eclipse cutting across North America today. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you've enjoyed these videos, and I can't wait to see you and look forward to connecting again on our next video. Until then, be well.